In Copeland, we do things a little differently when it comes to looking after our communities. The COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the need for a new kind of service, social prescribing. What is it? Let us tell you.
Social prescribing is about linking people into groups and services in their local communities so that they can have a positive impact on their health and well-being. Things like how healthy you feel, how happy you feel is directly related to a range of things. Debt, loneliness, housing can make a real difference to how happy and well you feel. So what we want to do is offer a one-stop shop so that people can come and get answers to some of those problems and lots of other issues.
Social prescribing works because it puts people in charge of their own health and well-being. By connecting them up to various groups, it just makes them more resilient, and it helps them to get help and support to avoid going to the doctors for medical treatment that they may not need if they're connected to the groups and services.
We've helped hundreds of people in 2 years. We've created a one-stop digital directory called Joy. It gives anyone access to a huge range of helpful services and activities. We've held fun family events, and during the colder months, our warm wellness hubs are somewhere to socialise, keep warm and get support. Some of the people we have helped have stayed with us and become volunteers.
My name's Keith Hitchin. I've been a carer for my wife for the past 8 years, who was diagnosed in 2014 with dementia. One of the things about being the carer, the full-time carer at home, is that you have to make an effort to get out and do things. That's for yourself, your own mental well-being, and your own physical well-being. And therefore, if you can start that physical activity, that social activity, early on in the diagnosis, you become used to getting out and meeting those people. Because very often, some of your friends who you've known no longer visit you because of the condition of the person that you're caring for. Therefore, getting out for the carer, for myself, was absolutely vital.
At work, I was constantly downgraded, and it affected me in a way that my confidence used to be massive. But they downgraded me that much that my confidence and myself just went in. I just wasn't me anymore. To search for that back was really hard. It really was hard. An opportunity came up with social prescribing of doing the volunteering work. I've been volunteering for 2 years, but they took me on in May full time. It helps my mental health as well, and I can't thank them enough, to be fair. I seem to have picked myself back up and come a long way further than what I was.
During the COVID pandemic, my mental health took a bit of a turn for the worse. I was suffering with depression and anxiety. So I was having my own troubles, and I'd heard about Mind Your Marrows through the social prescribers. And so I came down and started using the service, and they helped me massively. I got loads of different bits of advice from different people, and they've sorted my life out really. And as a result, I've then ended up volunteering and wanting to give back.
First time I went to social prescribers, my friend invited me to this cafe, and I came and I like it because a lot of people was inside, and we can talk and improve our English language. So this was very good. Social prescribing, it's like it's my part of my life. And I'm very glad I'm joined, and it's really affected me a lot because it helped me settle more and meet with a lot of people, and it's a lot of experience for me as well.
Our team works side by side with the third sector and private business to create different ways for the community to find the help they need in a safe environment.
I think that social prescribing is really important because of the amount of people who try to access GP services through what they think might be a mental health problem. It's actually a social problem. Social prescribing have got the connections to put those people together with services that can really bridge that gap. So the collaboration with BEPDT and Copeland Social Prescribing, it's all down to the communication. Because we do so much work around wellbeing and health at Sellafield, the connections that social prescribing have makes our signposting so much easier
we know who to go to for the right help at the right time.
We tried to work together in partnership where you would have Copeland Council and then you would have the other organisations coming together to be able to deliver something really positive for the community. We also work with the NHS link workers as well, which works really well. We look at identifying gaps in provision, so clients coming into different groups and services might be asking for a certain activity that they might want to do, and that's where we would then work with partners to be able to make that activity happen.
As a community connector, we meet up with people, we find out what they need, what they enjoy doing, and we link them up to community groups in their area for help with things like social isolation. We might link them up to a tea and chat group to make friends. We might link them up to groups that give exercise opportunities like football, yoga, or an agency that can help with finances, food if necessary, quite a few things, and also creative activities as well. So there's quite a wide range of things that community connectors do.
I think the important thing with the food pantry is that people get a plan in place to help them get over whatever financial crisis they're suffering from, and we work with our partner organisations to put a plan in place to help them. So we work with the social prescribing team on a regular basis. It's a source for us to get volunteers and to feed people into the Joy system and ensure that people get the help they need. The collaboration works really well. I think we've got sort of good personalities, we've got people who are knowledgeable, and we've got that link into those networks as well, and the same ethos. You know, we're all there to help people.
So Copeland Borough Council's ethos is there is no wrong door. It doesn't matter which staff member you approach, what your issues and concerns are, we believe that there is a way that we can help everybody. And social prescribing is a great way that we can do that, because there's a range of groups and services that can help people that we can put them in touch with.
A service like this works through partnership. We couldn't deliver this service on our own. So working alongside Cumbria County Council, working alongside our third sector and charities, most importantly working with our community groups, because they are at the heart of every community, and they sometimes meet residents that we wouldn't. Some residents wouldn't come forward, but they might talk to a neighbour or a friend.
To date, more than 100 volunteers have helped us deliver our vision, generating more than 7,000 volunteer hours, and we've raised nearly £500,000 for community projects.
So our hopes for social prescribing in the future are a cradle-to-grave service. Currently we only work with those who are over 18. Our Joy digital platform and our programme is only Copeland based too. So to ensure this really reaches the heart of the community, we need this service throughout Cumberland. We are heavily funded luckily from Copeland Community Fund, Sellafield, Cumbria County Council, Well Whitehaven and Copeland Borough Council. So what we need is more funding to reach more people.